Hello everyone, welcome back to Royalty Soaps. Today we are going to be making cold processed soap with a kit from Hobby Lobby. When I was 11, my mom bought me some melt and pour soap supplies from Hobby Lobby, and that was my first introduction into soap making. I checked out every single book from my local library, and none of them were about cold process. All of them were about melt and pour. And since then, I have kept up with what the craft stores are stocking. There's a lot of soapy craft kits, but this is the first cold processed soap kit I believe that has ever been released that also contains, wait for it, pre-blended lye water solution. This is not something I ever thought I would see on the shelves of Hobby Lobby. And we as a soap community finally have representation with one of our soap suppliers in the land of retail. 𝐒𝐿𝐲 has partnered with Hobby Lobby to bring fragrance oils, soap making oils, a 50-50 lye water solution. If you don't want to buy a whole bunch of supplies online and you want to get in-store discounts, you can literally go to any Hobby Lobby in the United States right now and pick up this cold processed soap kit, if they're not obviously out of stock. This is the creative brainchild of Joanna Couch from The Soap Gal. You guys can check out her YouTube channel down below. She talks soapy business and scaling your soap business. And then 𝐒𝐿𝐲, as I mentioned before, you can shop all of their handcrafting supplies, candle making supplies, etc. at their website, and you can check out their YouTube channel as well. And I'm thrilled to death. I did pay with my own money for this. This is not a sponsored video. I just want to see if it works so that I can tell you guys, hey, there's a cold processed soap option probably in a craft store very close to you. You can save some money on shipping and pick up a bucket of this whenever you go out next. The kit includes the Trinity oil blend, which is coconut, olive, and RSPO certified palm. It also includes the 50-50 lye water solution, like I said before. It includes the soap making pitcher that you can keep and use for future batches, which is yay, sustainability. It includes a full-size fragrance oil, and let me tell you something, 𝐒𝐿𝐲 fragrance oil are among the highest quality I have ever tried. And so the fact that they are available in a craft store now is like, yes! And you get a free download of their bubble book. So that has even more cold processed soap recipes, and it's free digitally. You just scan a QR code and there you go. You are still going to need a soap mold, a stick blender, and a digital scale, and some sort of scraping thing. You could use a spoon if you want to, but you know I want to use a scrapey spatula. I'll leave you a full list of supplemental equipment and items that you will need to accompany this. But if you don't have those items, I have confirmed Hobby Lobby has all of those as well. Let's make some soap. First thing I'm gonna do is take off this instructional sleeve from my very large pitcher. This has all of my instructions and the QR code here for the bubble book download. We're gonna start by adding our oil into our container. Now, I recommend, because this does have palm oil and coconut oil, if your room is slightly colder like mine, go ahead and placing these in a warm bucket of water just so that they will pour out easier. I tested this and poured mine cold, and I still have 2 ounces of oil left in here that stuck to the sides because my room is so chilly. So let's go get a bucket of hot water. All right, gonna place this down and place my bottles into here and just let them warm up. I'll wait about 5 minutes or so. In the meantime, I'm gonna mix up my 50-50 lye water solution with the proper amount of water. I do have on full PPE for this particular part of the process since we will be using sodium hydroxide. Man, I can't tell you how much I love that there's only one thing to measure in this whole kit. Very easy to open. Now I'm just going to measure out the proper amount. It is room temperature and completely cooled, so no lye fumes, no caustic measurings, no little bits of lye flakes going everywhere. This is like a luxurious, bougie way to soap. I could get used to this. Adding my distilled water to the 50-50. This will get a little bit warm since I added water straight to it. If you wanted to avoid that, you could use ice instead. We will now proceed with pouring the rest of our oil in that has melted down. A few minutes in the water and everything is all runny. Gorgeous. So here's my 32 ounces of oil. I just checked the recycling code and this is microwave safe. So I'm going to stick it in for about 30 minutes until the oils are a little bit more clear. 2 minutes in the microwave and you have much clearer oils. If you heated it up even longer, you could probably see the bottom of the container, but this is plenty for me. I have my oils, I have my lye water solution, and I have my mold. Now, let me tell you something. This soap mold, like the exact one, is available at Hobby Lobby, but there was only one left and I knew I had one just like it at home, so I wanted to save it for somebody else to buy and not be wasteful because I already have like 4 of these. But this is the mold that I would recommend using for this batch size, and it is very inexpensive at Hobby Lobby. Maybe even cheaper than you could get on like Amazon or Temu, especially if you wait for a sale or use a coupon. All right, we are ready to blend. This is like the fastest soap making session I've literally ever had start to finish. I'm gonna shake the bubbles out of my stick blender and pour my lye water solution in and blend it up. I have complete emulsion in about 15 seconds. Look at that beautiful batter. And now for the fragrance, which smells so, so good. This does not smell like your nasty grandma lavender. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This smells like upscale luxury lavender. Gonna go ahead and pour that in. Because I've never made soap with that fragrance before, I'm gonna start just by blending it with my stick blender like this. I'm not even gonna turn the stick blender on. It does appear to be performing beautifully though. No ricing, no acceleration. Ooh, and it's smelling up my whole studio. Fragrance is blended in. Everything is looking about medium trace, so let's pour it in our mold. Pour this right in. It's getting a little bit warm, a little bit thick, but still plenty of time to pour. Beautiful. Gonna scrapey our extremely big container. This container is huge, but still fit in my microwave, which is really, really nice. Perfect for making a batch of this size. All right, scraped out all the goodness as much as I can, so let me tap this down. Look at that. Ugh. It's stunning. Okay, I am going to texture the top now. You can use a spoon. You can use a spatula. You can use whatever you want to texture. I'm just gonna use this little like paint tool that I have. Pull to the middle, just like so, and then pull to the middle again. This is so creamy. Okay, Budamus. Another thing that they had at Hobby Lobby that you could buy were botanical additives. But again, they literally had only 1 pack left of each, and I wanted to leave that for somebody who maybe didn't have access to those things at home like I do. So I am just going to sprinkle some of these on top just to zhuzh up the top of a soap bar. I love the natural look. Put some salt right down the middle. Okay, now look at the top of this and imagine if your first batch of cold process looked this good. I literally can't because mine looked so ugly. All right, y'all know the drill with cold process. We're gonna wait 18 to 24 hours and then we will come back tomorrow and we will cut into this bar, see how it smells, see what the lather is like, see how hard they are, all that kind of good stuff after this quick commercial break. It has been a full 24 hours and look how good this soap looks. It did go through almost complete gel phase, so I do expect it to be very, very hard. Smells amazing. Just gonna peel it right out. The real test is always, will the corners hold up being pulled out? And look at that, they're nice and sharp. Ta-da! All right, I'm gonna get my single bar cutter for this particular bar. You can buy this on Amazon. It is the least expensive soap cutter that I have personally been able to find that still works really good. I'm gonna set my cutting width to 1 inch. Wipe down my little strings here. You can use a knife to cut your soap. You can use a cheese cutter. Cheese cutters are only like $10. Obviously, you probably have a knife sitting around your house somewhere, so that's the cheapest option. Just like that. And here is our first bar made with stuff from Hobby Lobby. Isn't that crazy? It looks so good. It smells amazing the next day. I typically like to fragrance my soaps at 5%. which for a 2-pound mold will end up being about 2 ounces, and we only used 1 ounce, and I can tell you the fragrance is still very, very strong. And look how cute they are. Let's peel off anything that just doesn't look as good on the sides here. We can take our little beveler, i.e. potato peeler, clean up these edges, send our scraps to Eco Soap Bank, and look at that. Nice and tidy. You literally would never know that this is somebody's first batch of soap. I should get right at 10 bars if I cut them at 1 inch. Okay, I cut my bars just the tiniest bit bigger than an inch, so my last bar is a little bit skinny, but this would be perfect for like a travel soap. My final thoughts and conclusion. I'm honestly kind of blown away by this kit. One of the things that I loved is that it didn't have a whole bunch of excess packaging. You guys know that when I have unboxed kits from Hobby Lobby or Michaels, they always have an excess of plastic packaging. 𝐼𝐻𝐸 only put 1 shrink wrap band around the whole thing. And then of course you have like the non-corrosive plastics that they put lye water solution in, but there wasn't extra trays and everything in all these different bags. Like it was just the kit, which is really great. The price for the kit when it isn't on sale is $48.99, making, if you get like 10 bars of soap out of here, like $4.80 per bar, which is very, very comparable with other kits that I've done. But let me tell you where this wins. It's the quality, obviously. Whenever I have other kits that I've done for soap making, it also ends up being around $4 per bar, but the quality of those bars was, I mean, honestly unusable sometimes, whereas this is a high quality cold processed soap bar with beautiful, beautiful oils and a beautiful fragrance. Like it blows me away that this is available in Hobby Lobbies nationwide. You can literally go pick this up. Now, I will leave, like I said before, a list of the other items you will need to do the kit. So can you make cold processed soap for $48.99? No, you have to have some other items to go with it, which is pretty standard when you jump into cold processed soap making. I always like to say if you can get started for less than $100, you're doing a really, really good job, because the cost of digital scales, stick blenders, protective eyewear, all that kind of stuff adds up. But the fact that you can conveniently make your first batch and still have a container that you can use afterwards, I mean, that's just crazy to me. There will be a few lucky folks that already have the extra equipment on hand. Lots of people like to cook with digital scales. Lots of people have immersion blenders to make like mashed potatoes and stuff like that. So there are things you may already have on hand, which would make your jump into soap making a lot less expensive. But for the price, for the fact that you don't have to pay for shipping, for the fact that you're getting a high quality fragrance oil, all of that, I'm like, this is just amazing. And honestly, I'm just so delighted. The sodium hydroxide performed great. The fact that you can just go pick it up is just rad. Once you make the kit, if you keep your soap and you like it and you want to continue to buy things from Hobby Lobby because it's closer and you want to just test out a few more recipes, like I said, the Bubble Book does come with this initial kit, and they sell the Trinity oils there by themselves, and they sell 50/50 lye water solution by yourself. So you don't have to rebuy the kit to make another batch. You can just buy the oils and everything separately. Fragrances, maybe if you don't want a lavender, you want something a little more fruity, they've got those too. I mean, it's just, oh, I'm so glad that retail wise, cold process has some representation. This is just feels very exciting and feels very monumental to me as a soap maker. If you think I should make another batch of soap using items from the Hobby Lobby 𝐼𝐻𝐸 line, let me know, because now that I have the initial kit, I can go run and get those ingredients, maybe with you guys. Maybe I'll take you along with me and we can pick out some colors and stuff. I'll take pictures and let you guys vote on them on Instagram so that you guys can kind of pick what we end up crafting next if we go this direction. But in the meantime, you can shop these items over at 𝑉ixie.com. You can also shop them directly in stores at Hobby Lobby. Check out Joanna Couch, the soap gal, and happy soaping, you guys. Hopefully this has inspired some of you to just get started. You can go locally and get the supplies you need now. Yay! Have an absolutely royal day. Do something for yourself today. You're not interested in soap making? Awesome. Go to the craft store, get yourself some goodies maybe you are interested in. Maybe you want to work with polymer clay, or you want to make model trains or something like that. Just do something for you. I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, bye for now.